Okay, so let's start by making a pretty normal block shape like we would out of wooden cubes, except we're going to use parametrics. So this thing that looks like a flag, got a bunch of options on here, scroll all the way down to the bottom. So since we sometimes use different blocks, let's make a variable and call it block. Usually we use a block that is 0.75 inches. Check. All right, so now we're going to build a pretty common shape, like one of the L-looking shapes. So sketch, and I'm just going to draw an L-looking shape real quick using the line tool. Great. Okay, now obviously that's not the correct shape. I need to dimension it. All right, so we're going to start with dimension. Now, if I want to make this so it can change all the time, I'm going to hit the hashtag, as you call it, the number symbol, and I'm going to hit new variable. I'm going to call this L1 for length 1. And I don't want it to be a fixed size. I want to be able to change it. So I want to make this 3 blocks. So I'm going to say 3 times hashtag, and then I can pick blocks. Nice. All right, cool. Check, check. So now this is 2.25 inches. I'm going to do the side here. And this is, I'm going to make this 2 blocks. So I'm going to go to new variable again, and I'm going to say I want this to be height 1, and I want it to be 2 blocks, so 2 times block, 2 blocks. All right, check, check, and it should be 1.5. Check, make sure it is. It is great. All right, now this guy, oh, that's kind of weird. So I'm gonna hit escape, see if I can drag this up. Hopefully, yep. All right, so I can kind of move this around to get it to the shape that I want. Don't worry about that so much right now, but I'm going to dimension this. I'm going to call this height 2. Height 2. So, new variable, h2. Now, I want this to only be half the height of the whole thing, so I'm going to say I can either type in 0.5 or 1 divided by 2 times hashtag, and I'm going to pick height 1. Nice. Check. And this should end up being 0.75, and it is. Okay, so now I can still drag this around so it is still undefined. I need to fix that. So I want it to be 1 block over here and 2 blocks over there. So I'm going to say that this is now, I'm going to call this length 2. So type in the number symbol, the hashtag, and we'll call this length 2. And I'm going to say that this is 1/3 of length 1. Check. All right. Nice. So they should, if we did this correctly, end up being 0.75. Oh, what did we do wrong? Uh-oh. Okay. Length 1. Guess I messed that up somehow. All right. Call this length 2, and I want this to be 1 divided by 3, close parentheses, times length 1. I must have typed something in wrong. L1, L1. What am I doing wrong? Oh, L1. Nope. Let's try one last time. Let's make a new variable. call this L2. And let's say let's be L1 times 1 divided by 3. Is there something wrong with this? All right, we're good. Okay. Let's delete this one. Delete. Okay, so now we have this drawing. I can extrude this. How many blocks thick do I want this to be? Okay, let's go back to our isometrics so we can kind of take a look here. So that 1 inch, you can see that's just not quite right. So if I do hashtag here, I can make a new variable called depth, or D1 for depth. D1. I don't want this to be an inch. I want it to be 1 block. Or do I want it to be 2 blocks? Let's make it 2 blocks. 2 times hashtag, and I can just click on block. Check. You notice I can see all my variables here. That one's bad. We're not using that one anywhere. It doesn't work. But I'm going to hit check. That's 1.5. Looks good. Check again. All right. Now, remember when we did the reading of other people's drawings and we did the mini cubes? If I change this to 0.25, the original block, everything should get smaller. I can also go in here and change this. If this is 2 times block, well, what if I only want to make it 1 block thick? Nice. All right, well, let's make this back to our original size, 0.75. And this is how I'm going to basically come over and test this for you. So when you adjust one thing, everything else should change now, but the shape of the object should remain the same. Good luck. Let me know when you're done. I'll come around and check it for you.